Who was Christopher Columbus? A heroic explorer who discovered a new world, or a controversial figure whose actions had devastating consequences? The story is more complex than you might think. Let's dive into the life of the man who changed the map of the world forever. Born in Genoa, Italy, around 1451, Cristoforo Colombo was the son of a wool weaver. But the sea called to him from a young age. He became a sailor as a teenager, learning navigation and map-making on merchant ships across the Mediterranean and Atlantic. During this time, a bold idea began to form in his mind. Everyone believed the only way to the rich spice markets of Asia was to sail east. A long and dangerous journey, Columbus thought otherwise. He was convinced the world was smaller than most people believed and that he could reach the east. By sailing west, this idea was radical, and for years he struggled to find a backer. He was rejected by the courts of Portugal, England, and France, but finally, after years of persistence, he convinced the Spanish monarchs, Queen Isabella I and King Ferdinand II, to fund his daring expedition. They were fresh from victory in the Reconquista and eager to find a new trade route to gain an edge over their rivals. In August 1492, Columbus set sail from Spain with 3 ships, the Niga, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. After a tense, 2-month journey across the open ocean, on October 12th, they finally spotted land. It wasn't Asia, but an island in what we now call the Bahamas. Columbus, believing he had reached the East Indies, called the native people Indians, a misnomer that stuck for centuries. This marked the first of his 4 voyages across the Atlantic. He would go on to explore parts of Cuba, Hispaniola, and the coast of Central and South America, always believing he was on the fringes of Asia. He was appointed governor of the new territories, but his leadership was disastrous. His rule was marked by extreme brutality towards the native Taino people, forcing them into labor and failing to manage the Spanish colonists under his command. Complaints eventually reached the Spanish crown, and in the year 1500 he was arrested and sent back to Spain in chains. Although he was later freed by the king and queen, he was stripped of his governorship and much of his prestige. Columbus undertook one final, disappointing voyage before returning to Spain for good. He died in 1506, still convinced he had found a new route to Asia, and largely unaware of the true scale of his discovery: an entire continent. Previously unknown to Europeans, today, Christopher Columbus is a figure of intense debate. He was a skilled and determined navigator whose voyages connected to hemispheres, kicking off an age of exploration and global trade known as the Columbian Exchange. But his arrival also brought disease, enslavement, and violence that decimated the indigenous populations of the Americas. His story is a powerful reminder that history is rarely a simple tale of heroes and villains. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the past interesting, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you next time.